皆さんおはようございます。がきです。ということで、今日は4月7日、水曜日かなの7時になりましたんで、今日も始めていきたいなというふうに思います。よいしょ。ということでね、やっていきましょうか。寝癖だったのなんかこれ。よしよしよしよし。やっていきましょうか。なんかね、YouTube の今これあれで撮ってるんですよね。スマホから撮ってるんですよ。なのでこの YouTube のアプリを起動して、そこから、撮れるんですけれども、なんかね YouTube のアプリがね調子悪いんですよね。なんだろうこれ。何が調子悪いんかよくわかんないんですけど、要は立ち上げようとしても立ち上がらないっていう事象がなんか最近ちょっとよく来てて、自分のあれかな、スマホが悪いのか YouTube で調子悪いのかな。なんでここ撮ってるんやろ。撮っとる。言っててもあれなんでね。なんで今日もちょっとねまたなんか遅れると思って朝動いてたのになんかさっき直前で動かんなんだなと思って、しまった、ごめんなさい、ノート忘れる、ノート取ってくるわ。ごめんなさい、ノート取ってきました。疑問に大輔。楽器のスペルがなんか楽器オーブにやったね。エプスティン。OK。じゃあね、ちょっと今日もやっていきましょうか。今日は水曜日なので、何をやるっちゅう話やねんなって感じなんですけども、よいしょ。ちょっとね、今日は何をやるんやっちゅう話ですね。4月7日でしょ。4月7日やね。4月7日、水曜日ってことなんで、また例のあれやな、聞き取り書き取り文法チェックね。またね、いつものごとく聞き取って書き取って、そして文法チェックっていうのをやっていきましょうか。はい。なので、ちょっとね、聞き取りの準備をします。この聞き取りは、ウィークリーニュースアーティクル、概要欄にもね、貼ってますけれども、その教材を使って、バシバシ、ドシドシというふうにやっていくものです。なので、今日のマテリアルはもう決まってるんですよ。Man pays $10,000 to complain about internet speed。恐ろしい内容ね。恐ろしい内容を今からちょっとやっていきます。よしよしよし。じゃあね。Add, be fed up with, be disappointed with。sluggish 遅いっていうね。sluggish meet one's expectation 期待に応える。meet my expectation 私の期待に応えるんだよね。Alright じゃあやっていきましょうということでね、はい、まず音を聞いてファーストパラグラフね、これを聞き取りをやっていくと、これ月曜日も同じことやった方がね、もう2回はミスれんよというところでやっていきましょう。前回やったやつ隠して、よし、じゃあ行くよ。分節で切ってもらって大丈夫なんで、それでやっていきます。
The weekly news article audio. Today in Science and Environment. Man pays $10,000 to complain about internet speed.
今タイトルね、ここから始めます。
California man paid $10,000 for
paid $10,000
ad space in the Wall Street Journal.
for ad space in the Wall Street Journal.
To complain about his internet company's service.
To complain about his internet service. Okay.
Aaron Epstein, a night.
人の名前ね。ようわからんから通りには聞きとこう。スペルわからん。アンジェラ・アプステインって言ってるけど。
90-year-old resident of North Hollywood.
90-year-old residence of North Hollywood
has been a customer of
has been a customer
of AT&T since the 1960s.
Has been a customer of AT&T since the 1960s.
In his newspaper ad,
In his newspaper ad,
he wrote that he was fed up with the slow internet speed in his neighborhood.
he wrote that he was fed up with うんざりするね。これ習った単語、ボキャブラ。In his newspaper ad, he wrote that he was fed up with slow internet speed かな。はい、ということでね、今ね、一回終わりました。ちょっと読んでみようかな。A California man paid $10,000 for ad space in the Wall Street Journal to complain about his internet service. Antika Epstein, a 90-year-old resident of North Hollywood, has been a customer of AT&T since the 1960s. In his newspaper ad, he wrote that he was fed up with slow internet speed. はい。ほぼ合っとるんちゃうかな、これ。ちょっと、もう一回聞いてみようか。多分ね、もう一回聞いて、そのまま、なんやろな。多分、これでほぼ100%いけるはず。ちょっとやってみましょう。
An environment. Man pays $10,000 to complain.
ちょっと待って、これ、1.25 倍やってるんちゃう？やばっ！間違えて 1.25 倍やったけど、1.25 倍の聞こえてる。奇跡。まあいいよ、ちょっとやってみましょう。そんな奇跡は置いといて。
About internet speed. A California man paid $10,000 for ad space in the Wall Street Journal to complain about his internet company's service. Aaron Epstein, a 90-year-old resident of North Hollywood, has been a customer of AT&T since the 1960s. In his newspaper ad, he wrote that he was fed up with the slow internet speed in his neighborhood.
はい。ということで、完璧です。もうね、答え合わせするまでもない。Space in the Wall Street Journal to complain about his internet service. Said he was fed up with the internet service. He wrote about. OK。もう完璧。もうね、ここまで来たらね、気持ちいいですよね。間違えて 1.25 倍やったけど、それでもいけたし。はい、っていう形なので、もう今日はもう30分まで余裕のよっちゃんですと。どうしようかな。なんか時間あるし筋トレでもしようかな、もはや。筋トレしたら怒られるかな。今日はね、あんま皆さん多分見てもらえてないので、どうしようか。急遽筋トレでもしたろうかな、ほんまに。25分、あと20分ぐらいあるわ。チャードさん、おはようございます。ありがとうございます。あれ、チャードさん見ていただいてました。ありがとうございます。なんかこれ視聴者なんか、一応人数出てるんですけどなんかおかしい気がするな。チャードさん見てくれてはるんよ。筋トレしたのかなって。チャードさん見てくれてるのに筋トレするの悪いの。どうしようかな。まあちょっとじゃあやりますか、普通に。なんかせっかく見てくれてる人がいるんだったら、そこで筋トレするのもバカらしいですよね。よし。まあね、皆さんにはこう英語のやつをお届けしてますけど、やすさんもありがとうございます。おはようございます。英語のやつね、お届けしてますけれども、英語以外でも何でもいいです。もう皆さん、英語やれる人は英語やってもらったらいいし、筋トレやれる人は筋トレやってもらったらいいから、筋トレちゃうか。これちゃうな。チャンネルの趣旨と変わってくるからやめましょうか。はい、なので、もう今日は、結構完璧にいけちゃったから、どうしようかな。レッスンの予習しようかな。次、今日は The Need for Internet っていう方のディスカッションをしますと、皆さんにも概要欄にもね、貼ってるんですけれども、だからこれがちょっと予習英作文できてないんですよね、マジで。じゃあ、小田に怒られるしな、やっとこう。ちょっと予習英作文ね、ちょっとします。なので皆さんもね、なんかやっといてください。Do you think that internet service is a basic need like water and electricity? Why not? It's already yes, I think your internet. Yes, it's already. Basic need. It's already pure basic. Basic need. Because already having a smartphone, it means you're connected to smartphone. Even though we can do some. 難しいな。なんて言ったらいいかな。皆さんどうですかね。インターネットはもうベーシックニード、もうなんていうかな、水や電気みたいにもう必要不可欠なものなってますかっていう質問ですね。なってません、これ。なんでや。because なんでなってるんや、これは。てかもうインターネットないと何もできひんもんな。いっか。in my case でいっか。in my case I am working as a YouTuber. So that if there is no internet or unstable internet, I can't do that activity. Okay, so for me, I can say that it's one of the basic need for me. Okay, why do you think AT&T took a long time to apply the internet service? Hmm. なぜ AT&T は、アップグレード、要はエプステインさん、今回クレーム上げたおっちゃんのエリアを修正するのに時間かかったんですかと。どう思いますかと。prioritize。ちょっとこれ言うときは Google の辞書を調べます。Not high priority. Not high priority ね。Because the issue was not high priority. 海外来て because the issue was not high priority for the company. I mean, they have other issue or problem which they should address as soon as possible, so they were not able to do that soon. Okay. 最後ね、should internet companies provide the same level of service to their customer all areas or why not? いやー、これ難しいな。要はインターネットのサービスは、全てのエリアで同じ均一にすべきですか？いや、これはね、均一すべきよ。理想論で言えば、英語でなんて言うかな、理想論で言えば、ideal、理想ね。昨日あったな、なんか、やすさんつぶやいてくれたな、ID、理想的にとかそんなの。When I talk about your ideal story って言うでいいのかな。 なんていうかな、まあちょっとそんな感じで言ってみようか。When I talk about ideal story, they should have same level. In terms of ってよく使うな、楽器を。In terms of when I talk about ideal story, they should have same level in terms of internet service. In terms of service. In this case, such as internet service. はい。However, 大事。しかしながら、これ使ったろか。If I were 習ったな、高校で。If I were CEO of Internet もし私が何々ならばっていうなんか家庭法なんちゃらっていう意味ちゃうかな。However, if I were CEO of Internet provider, I will judge that we will provide they're not same level of service to customer なぜセームレベルちゃうものをやるかっていうと since I will judge that we will provide the not same level of service to customer since人口に対して投資が無駄になる可能性があるからこんな英語なんていうの人口に対して投資って何だっけインベストそういった意味でやってるのかな投資が無駄になる可能性があるからsince 無駄になるってなんていうのこういう表現できひんな全然わからへんな表現ちょっと変えてみようかI will judge that we will provide the not same level of service to customer since few people, few money, few ここ先生に直してもらおうなんか余裕やfew people, few making money, few business. OK。できた。完璧。はい。予習の英作文完璧です。 おっしゃっていう形なんで、ちょっとね、よいしょ。ちょっとね、時間あるから、何しようかな。ストレッチしようか。もうこの時間を持て合わせたゆえのストレッチ。一時ね、楽器はすごいヨガにハマってたんですよ。ヨガって言ってもそんなね、ヨガしいことやってないんですけど、いつや、去年のこの時期、要はね、家でやることなさすぎて、ストレッチとかにめっちゃハマってた時があって、なんかタオルを使ったヨガみたいな。で、こういうなんか関節とかを伸ばす系やったんですけど、でもね、やっぱしね、そういうのね、やってるとね、すごい眠りが良かった。眠りが良かったし、朝の目覚めもなんかよく感じてね。でも最近やってんからな、ストレッチも。でもね、やっぱね、ストレッチしてるとね、なんか血流が良くなるらしいですよ。だからね、時間があるときはやりたいんですけどね、あんまやってなかったな、最近。ラジオ体操とかもやりたいけどな。ここはすごい伸びてる。めっちゃ伸びてるの感じる。いや、いいね。もう、なんやろ、聞き取り、リーディングも一発二発で終えれたし、こういう余裕がある時もあっていいんじゃないですか。あと何日や、今何日や、DAY38。まだあるな、まだあるな。あと50日ぐらいあるわ。あと何日や、60日もあるか。よいしょ。はい、じゃあ準備しますか。今何時？もうやばいやばい、時間あるよ。よいしょ。なので、ビビッと。はい。じゃあね、今からね、さっきの予習した英作文をベースに、オンライン会話やっていきます。よいしょ。気持ちいいな、ちょっと、ちょっとあれしただけで気持ちいい。よし、じゃあ、やるか。今日はエイプリル7。完璧な予習英作文があるから怖ないわ。まあ今日は予習英作文見ながらでもいいんですけど、まあね、明日以降これを見ずにも話せるように、明後日か。
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you
Can you hear
doing?
me clearly?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm fine, I'm
Perfect,
fine.
perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Can you see my video?
No problem.
Okay. Yeah. So it's nice to see you again.
Yeah,
Lisa.
it's nice to see you.
Yeah. So how's your midweek going? It's Wednesday. So How's your week going?
Yeah, it's okay, but in Japan, they just started this fiscal year, so as a sales reps, I have to make my budget. I mean, I already assigned some budget, so I have to decide, the planning. So which company I should focus on, like this.
So you're given budget.
Mm.
Okay.
I kind of need to think about my strategy about this term and upcoming term.
And is that going to be approved by the finance?
No, actually, I already assigned some. I mean, I am a sales rep, so this budget means, it's an amount which I have to make this year. So I have to earn from the client. So we call the budget. So it's not kinda budget, which means I have to approve from the finance.
So do you mean quota, like a target?
Yeah, right. Target sales.
We call it quota.
Quota.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a target sales.
Yes.
We were
So
assigned
now-
by.
Yes. So because things are different nowadays because it's the pandemic, has your quota lowered?
No, actually. It's no.
It's the same.
No, it's same. It's higher compared with
It's higher.
compared with the last year. Yeah.
Okay. What about before the pandemic?
It's a higher year and year.
It's
Yeah.
even higher.
Yeah. So, our company is still need to grow up. So it means, our quota also is increasing every year and year. So it means they're higher and higher.
Okay. Well, it just means that you have to work really hard.
Yeah, right. Then tomorrow we are going to have a meeting among the team about our target sales. Actually, our member is around 5. Then we already assigned each other target. So we need to share about and talk about how do we reach our each target.
Yes.
A kind of strategy meeting. So before that, I have to think about my strategy. But I don't like it. It sucks. It takes time.
Yes, I know. You really need to plan carefully what your strategies are gonna be.
Right. It's a really tough. I don't like it.
I know.
The
I was
most of-
also in the sales before.
Oh, lady. Then most of the people, we cannot follow any plan which we made it at the beginning of the term, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. So anyway, I had to make it.
Yeah, well, good luck. Gabanan it. Okay. All right. So thank you for that, Gaki-san. Okay. So for today, let's continue discussing the weekly news article.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have the material?
No. So please send it.
Okay, sure. Here. Okay, it's in your chat box.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, I got it. Open it.
Okay. Please read the title.
Man pays $10,000 to complain about internet speed.
Thank you. Now, are you happy with or are you satisfied with your internet service?
Now it's okay because I am taking a YouTube Live by using my internet.
Yes.
Then it's stable, so it's okay.
Okay. So at home, you have your own connection at home. Right?
Yeah, actually now I have a kind of mobile internet Wi-Fi, so I'm always having this router, even the home, even the kind of the any place like office. But actually office also we have a Wi-Fi. It's a very strong Wi-Fi. But now I'm using this pocket Wi-Fi.
Oh, pocket Wi-Fi. I also pay for my pocket Wi-Fi. So how much do you pay for your internet?
Actually, the first year it's a free, but next year we need to pay. It's around 5,000. No. It's 1,500 peso per monthly.
Ah, yes, almost same.
Mm.
So the first year is free?
Yeah, it's a kind of campaign, big campaign.
Wow, amazing. Really?
For to get your many client, but we need to pay the starting the next year.
Oh, that's a good promotion.
Yeah, it's a good promotion.
So you think it's value for your money. So for like 3,000 yen, you get a satisfactory internet connection. Okay, but have you ever complained about your internet service? I mean, have you experienced some trouble with your current service provider?
No, actually, this is my first time have internet provider contract with them by myself. It means before when I used to stay another place, the place already contract with some provider, so it's not each of me and the provider. It's their condominium with provider, so I don't need to have any contract with the provider.
Ah, okay, so it's part of
Part of the
contract already.
yeah, including. So I don't have any trouble and any unsatisfaction about your internet provide speed.
But now you got to choose.
Yeah, I got to choose by myself because now my place they doesn't have any kind of including service, including internet service. So I need to do by myself.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, well, thank you for that. Okay, so now let's move on to the discussion part, and please choose a topic.
Okay, today let me discuss the need for internet.
Okay, so this is the second topic. So
Yeah.
the first question is, do you think that internet service is a basic need like water and electricity? Why or why not?
All right. Yes. This is now. It's already one of the basic need, like water and electricity. This is because in my case, I am working as a YouTuber, so that if there is no internet or no stable internet speed, it means that I can't do any activity later on YouTube. So I can say that it's already one of the basic needs for me. But
For you.
yeah, but on the other hand, I'm sure still there are some people who don't need internet. Because my mom and dad now they have a smartphone, but before they don't have any smartphone. It means they don't have any internet service. However, they survive. So I think now it's definitely getting beer along with the basic needs. However, still tiny portion. I'm sure it's still tiny. However, there are some people who still don't need your internet.
That's right. I totally agree with you. And we actually call that digital divide. Have you heard of this?
Yes, digital divide.
So digital divide is a term that refers to the gap, between places that have access to maybe internet or modern, technology, and those that don't have. So as you've said, so maybe now for some, it's a necessity like you and for me because I use it for work. So we use it, okay, for work. So it's a necessity for us. But for some, okay, they don't actually need the internet, right?
Yeah, right.
So would you say that you cannot live without the internet, Gaki-san?
I think I can live. However, probably I cannot do anything I want. I mean, maybe my life are going to really limited because of lacking of the internet service.
Yes, that's right.
If
You know,
I don't have any internet, maybe I cannot take a lesson, and also I cannot take a YouTube. So my life is gonna be so boring.
yes, miserable.
Yeah, miserable. It's so sad.
Right, that's right. Okay. Yeah, my kids are so dependent on the internet. So every time we have some connection trouble, so they would complain a lot already.
I'm sure the kids. I also have some nephew and nephew.
Yeah, nephews.
How do I say nephew and
Niece.
niece?
Or
Which one is a boy?
nephew.
Nephew, niece.
Yeah.
It's a girl. So I have some nephew and niece. However, they are a kind of the digital generation. I mean, they are very get used to use some internet, some digital device, right? So as you said before, I think our kids' generation is already
Yes.
they are too much used to use a kind of a digital device.
I agree. Because they were already born in the digital age.
Yeah, right. Digital
So
age.
they are really good at, technology. Okay. Now, so on a regular day, how long do you use the internet?
It means weekday.
Maybe both weekdays
Both?
and weekends.
Okay. Regarding a weekday, I am working, so it means I always have to make internet because to communicate with our client via, for example, mail and Zoom, and also among our team we need to use the chatting. So all of the communication too is really related to our internet service. So weekday I always use it. Then, however, weekend it depends on. But basically, if I am in my house, I already have an internet environment. So I'm using your internet even every day, even the weekday.
So like almost, is it the whole day?
Yeah, but however, sometimes I want to leave from the internet. So I want to go to for example, like I want to go to the mountain or sea, beach. So I want to leave from the kind of the internet environment. I want to shut down from any communication by
Yes, you
your
call it
internet.
unplug. You unplug or like digital detox, right?
Yeah, right. Digital detox.
Yeah. Can you do that for how long?
Yeah, I want to do that, but if possible, I want to do that one day every per week. For example, like Saturday night till Sunday night, like that.
Sunday night. Okay. Yes, that's right. So I think we need to take a break, okay, from using, or we should refrain from using electronic devices at least once a week, right? And just try to live, a normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nowadays, we are, like overly dependent on the internet, right? I agree with you, Gaki-san. Now, why do you think AT&T took a long time to upgrade the internet service in Epstein's neighborhood?
All right. I think because the issue was not high priority for the company AT&T. I mean that they have, of course, lots of the issue and also the or problem which they have to address as soon as possible. So they are not able to focus on the problem. So I mean the Epstein's neighborhood the problem.
Yes, you're right. Maybe they had some other areas to take care of first, right?
Yeah, right.
Or that they are prioritizing.
So it might some a kind of the same claim from the another place like Epstein. So so they need to first focus on to the other place.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, but do you think that's a... Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, do you think that is an acceptable reason?
All right.
Yeah, so do you think that is an acceptable reason? Yeah, because we have to take care of other areas. Okay, that's why we cannot, so, is it acceptable for you?
Actually, I am the customer. I mean, we are paying the same money, right? So, if I were the customer view, I cannot accept any reason which they cannot address, my issue. However, if I were the company's view, I can very understand because sometimes we, even me, we have to make some priority to deal with some problem, right? So, but
That's right.
from the customer view, we cannot accept. It's not acceptable.
That's right, because we are paying. Again, we are just paying the same as others.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Now, in Japan, so when you complain about, let's say, your internet service, do they respond quickly?
Sorry, again, please.
When you complain, let's say, about internet trouble, do the internet service providers respond fast?
I think it depends on their company, and also probably the company, they have some rule which have to, for example, like send back email for like 2 business days, like this. So I think it depends on the company's rule, company's policy. But basically, such an internet provider, they have customer support. So it means, they have some people which address these issues. So maybe around 1 business day or at most around 2 business days.
That's pretty fast.
How about in the Philippines?
Forget about it. Well, it depends. I don't know, but I've been hearing complaints about how slow, the response is from some, internet service providers. Yeah, I had an experience about it. So maybe a few years ago with my previous ISP. I think it took me weeks. Yeah,
Really?
it took weeks.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So I had no internet for for a few weeks, and then after that, I decided to just shift to another internet service provider because I couldn't get any valid response from them. So yeah. So I changed providers.
So in your case, if you lose, internet service, it means you are not working, right? Now you're working as a radio tutor, so
Yes, yeah, that was before. I wasn't a rare job tutor
okay,
yet.
okay.
So it wasn't really a big issue for me at that
Mm.
time. Because
Mm,
if I were already
mm,
with rare job that time,
Mm,
I would
mm,
really complain,
mm,
you know, and I want fast action.
mm,
But since I wasn't still a rare job tutor yet, so it wasn't really like a big deal for me.
mm, mm, mm.
Okay, now, should internet companies
Mm.
provide the
Mm.
same level of
Mm.
service to their customers in all areas?
Yeah. Mm. Actually, this is a very interesting question because when I talk about ideal story, they should have a same level in terms of services because customer paying same as others, right? But however, if I were, for example, like CEO of the internet provider, I will judge that I will provide the not same level of service to customer, since, for example, like a few people area, it means a few making money, it means a huge business for the company. So I think they're gonna judge. It depends on the how many people are living in the area, how many users are there like this.
So it depends on the area,
Yeah, right. My quick answer is that.
right?
But yeah, if I can say the ideal story, I should definitely same level because they pay their fee is the same as the others. So
Yes, but do you think that it's easy to give good internet service to customers in the countryside? So maybe in the countryside there are fewer users.
right.
Is it easy to give good internet service to them, to those living in the countryside?
I think, for example, like a countryside, the company have to make I don't know, but company have to make some building for, how do I say, it's a building which
Infrastructure?
spreading some,
Like towers?
like a tower, right? So even the countryside, they have to, if they're gonna provide the same level, they have to make a same tower. It's a same level tower. For example, like same with Tokyo, mid of
Yes.
Tokyo and some of the countryside. So I think it's a very hard decision for the company. Actually, this pocket Wi-Fi, we can use among Tokyo. It's no problem. However, some of the countryside we cannot use it because I think the same level, the same story what we are discussing.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Gaki is said. Okay, so we don't have much time anymore, so we'll do feedback. Okay, so good job for today, Gaki is said. So here, take a look at your chat box.
Quarter.
Yeah, so for range, okay, so it's a target or what you need to contribute, okay, for a period of time. Okay, so and then digital divide, it means
Refers to the gap between those able to benefit from the digital age and those who are not.
and then digital detox means
A period of time during which person refrains from using electronics device such as a smartphone or computers.
And for coherence, you spoke logically and at length. And for phonology, you were able to pronounce the words clearly.
Alright.
So do you have any questions, Gaki-san?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so thank you so much for taking my lesson today, Gaki-san. So I'll see you again next time and enjoy the rest of the week.
Alright, thank you. You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. See ya. はい、ということでね、今日のレッスンも終わりましたね。はい、やっぱね、予習してるとたくさん話せますっていうのが改めて、分かりました。38日経ってね、 やっぱだから予習、今日の予習なんてどうだろう。文章はね、もう前々から読んでたから、ディスカッションのトピックだけ予習したのが大体どうですか、10分弱ぐらい。で、それをパッと書いて整理しただけでも、こんだけ、話が盛り上がれたなっていうのがありますね。だからこの10分の予習をいかに作れるかっていうところが、本当に25分の価値をめちゃくちゃ上げるなっていうのをなんか改めて思ったな。なので、これはちょっとね、この10分作るのがしんどいっていうのは正直あります。だけど、せっかくね、やるんであれば、やった方がいいよねっていうところの話ですよね。なので、これをやった方がいいと。でもじゃない、間違えた。はい。で、実際にこれを今書いたのをちょっと見ながらで言いましたよと。ただ、明日、明後日と同じ教材を使ってやるんで、それをね、もう見なくても言えるようになったら、やっぱこうスピーキングレベルっていうのも上がってくるなっていうのは思いますんで、で今日もちょっとあえてこういろいろね、なんか英作文みたいなので書いてましたよ。ただね、ちょっとね、普段使わへん言い回しとか使ってみたりとかいうのもやったんで、こういうものを、一つ一つね、会話の中で使えるようになってきたら、それってなんだろう、スピーキングのレベルアップになってますよねっていうところなんで、ぜひね、皆さんも予習英作文っていうのはやってもらった方がいいなっていうのは、この後ツイッターでつぶやきます。予習英作文最強で。やっぱね、楽器をできてないので、普段ね、毎日、本当はやるべきところなんですけど、できてないところもあるんで、予習英作文ね、やっていこうかなというふうに思います。はい、ありがとうございます。コメントもね、いただいてますね。そっか、やすさんに言われたな。英語の早口言葉、なんかやってみたらどうすかみたいな。確かにコメント前もらってましたよね。英語の早口言葉ね。女、筋トレとかストレッチしてる場合ちゃうだろうと。これは英語の学習チャンネルだぞというとこっすよ。英語の早口言葉。いや、無理でしょ、これでも。もうそもそも読めへんもんな。例えばこれ言ってみようか。靴と靴下がスーザンに衝撃を与えます。どういうことやねん。もう意味はなしてないですよね、意味は。Shoes and socks shock Susan。なんやねん。ちょっとおもろいな。Shoes and socks。ね、shoes、靴ね。Shoes and socks。Shoes and socks shock Susan。Shoes and socks shock Susan。靴と靴下がスーザンにショックを与えます。Shoes and socks。Shoes。安田初めてですかごめんなさい。安田の早口言葉のコメントは正直初めてしました。そうなんですね。安田がてっきり、英語の早口言葉も時間があるとき、いいですよ。いいですよか。間違えた。時間があるときでいいですよに見えて、以前リクエストしてましたけれども、筋トレじゃなくて、そっちをしろということかなと僕勘違いしたんですけど、そういうことですね。はい。ちょっとね、やってみようか。英語の早口言葉時間あるときいいですよ。shoes and socks shock Susan。確かに、りょうさん出てきますね。こうパーッと見ただけでも。わがままな回。selfish, shellfish。これ早口なんだ。selfish, shellfish, selfish, shellfish, selfish, shellfish。わがままな回とかね。子羊のリンダが可愛い唇を舐めます。なんかすげえ意味やな。Little Linda lips, her lovely lips。赤いトラック、黄色いトラック、赤いトラック、黄色いトラック。何やこれ。Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry。面白いな。なんかいろいろあるな。ちょっとこういうのもやってみようかな。そうね。こういうのもやってみたいですね。はい、ありがとうございます。他にもコメント。ありがとうございます。水曜日です。週半ばです。昨日は寝落ち明けでした。今日は体調いかがですか？今日も帰宅してからます。毎日ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。いやいや、もう本当にね、毎日コメントいただいて、そしていつも 帰宅してからね、見ていただいて本当ありがたいですよね。はい。そう。やっぱ寝落ちしちゃうんですよね。家帰って、なんか、まあ一日やっぱね、皆さんも、ビジネスマンの方、ビジネスパーソンの方であれば、まあ働いて、まあお家に、まあお家で働かれてる方もいると思いますよ。ただやっぱね、夜帰るとね、もうね、なんか、どっと疲れますよね。本当はまあお風呂シャッと入って体温めて寝るとかが一番いいんですけど、ガキをシャワーとかなんでなんかあんま体も温まらずっていう感じなんですよね。ちょっとね、ちゃんとでも体調あってこその人間ですから、ちょっとそういったところもね頑張ってやっていかなあかんなというふうに思いますね。はい。で、おはようございますということでね、あきこさんもいつもありがとうございますという形でいただいてます。はい。ではね、今日もこれで、終えていきたいと思います。はい。今日もね、皆さんお付き合いいただきましてありがとうございました。ちょっと引き続きね、やっていきたいと思いますんで、Day38 が終わりで、明日が39で、今週中に Day40 に突入です。よし。Day40 まで来たらだいぶ来たなっていう感じしますよね。やばいな。逆にでも終わりが見えてきたらなんかそれはそれで怖くなってくるな。楽器を進化してんのかな。ちょっとちゃんおだに相談してみようかな。なんかしよう。はい。っていう形で、じゃあ今日はこれで終えていきたいと思います。またね、やっていきたいと思います。やすさんありがとうございます。パチパチパチで。はい。じゃあね、また明日からも、勉強していきますんで、皆さんね、勉強されてる方は一緒に、モチベーション保ちながらできればなと思いますんで、またよろしくお願いいたします。ということで、今日はね、これで終えていきたいと思います。はい。それでは、ほな、またね、お疲れ様です。仕事頑張りましょう。